So welcome to part 1 of the Soul of Chogokin Dragon Ceasar or Dragonzord. There was an unboxing video previously that's just showing pretty much what you will see if you bought the figure and you unbox it. Now this one I'm going to go in further depth of how the Dragon Ceasar works. So let's get started. So pretty much when I unboxed this video, this is all the parts that come with it. So it came with the tail, disassembled, but pretty much everything else is assembled. So taking a look at the tail again, the reason why it came with 2 separate pieces instead of one whole tail is because later on when you combine this with the power staff, because you don't want it to be too long, most likely people are gonna choose to, as the instruction manual show, you gotta attach it like this. It's got pretty hard to get into, but because it's hard to get it in, it's pretty much sturdy once you did it. You're not gonna worry about it falling off. So gotta detach it. I'll show it back later. So you obviously, in order to combine and form the Dragon Ceasar or Dragonzord, you gotta combine it with the other part of the tail. Push it. Don't worry about breaking it. It's pretty hard. The plastic card, it feels really great, as expected from the Soul of Chogokin line. And obviously, you gotta plug it way in the back, the lower back of the Dragon Ceasar. Now the instruction tells you have to mind the direction. Now this part you don't have to do much, you just have to get out. It pivots down and up. And make sure you have the hole facing up instead of like this. This is wrong. Now this is the correct position. You gotta plug it in the obvious way. And you gotta push it in. Once you hit it quick, it will sturdy. Now a nice feature about this that the Legacy Dragonzord does not have is that it has additional articulation when you pull it out gently. Don't pull out too hard, otherwise the tail will come separated again. But once you do that, the tail will have a lot more articulation. And notice that this can actually spin, just like in the show. You'll turn, but you won't be able to roll it. It's a little bit too tight to spin it, but it will articulate like so. So all the tail as it comes in here, every segment is in the ball joint, and by pulling out just like I did, you have more articulation than before, than when it's combined together like this. So that's a nice feature. Now the arms, before you can do anything, you got to swing it out like this. Pretty much there's a joint here, 2 joints here that allows you to move it. Now to get the hand out is kind of interesting. They give you a little, right here, a little latch, what I call it, or switch. Then you can push this, swing this to the opposite end. Can't how to do so on the camera, but it's still pretty tight. But once you push it a little out, you can hear it quick again. The arms rise up like this. Do the same over here. It pops up and does not detach, so don't have to worry about it. Now obviously, since they give you 2 sets of hands, you do expect the hand to come off and attach it. Honestly, I like this missile hand better because in the show it comes, you can watch it. Use this a lot for missile launching, but if you want, use the other hand. It's just another ball joint, plug in like so. It'll become like this. But I like the other hand better. And for the transformation, which I'm going to show later on, you do need to have this hand so they can hide. So I'm going to leave it with the hand. Going back to the arms, you can rotate up and down. Let's see, I can rotate 360. But be really careful when you do that, not to scrape one another like I almost did just now. So same thing. The measuring the head, I guess the horn of the figure can go up and down, kind of like the Legacy Megazord. The Legacy Dragonzord can do the same thing. The instructions say when you have it lower, make sure you lower this part first, and then you can lower it all the way. But I kind of like it up like that so it doesn't have a hole behind its head. Now the legs, you can obviously for a fun transformation, this thing can go up and down too. But you would like to slide out so it'll stand up a little bit taller. Now because the joints are so tight, you don't actually need the tail to hold it in place, like using the tail as a third leg. It will stand on its own without it, and that's pretty impressive. I guess it's the weight actually helps it a little. Honestly, I was comparing the weight of the Legacy Dragonzord with this one, and they feel so similar. Maybe just by slightly a few ounces that the Soul of Chogokin is heavier than the Legacy, but not significantly. However, as I'll show later, the Soul of Chogokin is actually smaller, as I think I showed that in the unboxing video. So they will have a better center of balance because it's shorter and is more or less, yeah, at least as heavy as the Legacy one. So in terms of die cast metal, I think the feet, the toes are die cast metal, and so is the ankle. However, the arms are plastic. I think the chest piece or aka the elbow piece are die cast as well. Feels like die cast. Yep. However, this area is still plastic. Now the horn is definitely die cast. And it feels like the head as well. The tail is completely plastic, unfortunately. I was thinking that there's kind of like a missed opportunity to make it look completely chrome. Just like this part here is die cast. They could have made this chrome, but I guess they chose not to because they want the tail to be lighter so you can pose better up here instead of if it made of complete die cast, it probably sank down. So not much articulation with the legs here. You can rotate up to a certain angle, not even 90 degrees, but again, it's not. No one's expecting it to. The back, barely any. So it's not meant to be posing with the legs at all. The head. The mouth can move. It has absolutely no articulation on its head, so you cannot move it sideways at all, or up and down, none of that. In terms of quality, I would say it's pretty satisfactory. I mean, the retail price is around 170, so it's definitely less than the Megazord, which retail for 300. So rotating it. Yep, as you expect, there's no stickers at all, but so was the Legacy line. I like to compare with the Legacy line because that was the previous release, and that was actually a nice figure. But if you want to combine with the Soul of Chogokin Megazord to form the Dragon battle mode, then you have to get this to do it properly. Now, since I keep talking about the Legacy Dragonzord, here it is. As I mentioned before, it is taller. in general bigger than the Soul Chogokin. The hands are bigger. Which I just discovered that the hand of the Soul Chogokin cannot really bend compared with the Legacy line, which can do a little bit, not by much. So the hands are bigger. The feet, the Legacy line has no metal diecast, obviously. It's just silver pink, but there is a chrome diecast part for the Soul Chogokin. The tail wise, try to make it a good angle here. It's significantly bigger as well, since it has the kind of proportion if the body is smaller, then the tail is smaller too. So the Legacy is bigger in terms of size in almost every way. The significant improvement of that is no screw, no visible screw at least. On the tail, on the Legacy line, there are screws. In the Soul Chogokin, none. And that's expected. Also on the feet, there are none on the feet as well. And finally, the chest battery piece is just gold painted, versus Soul Chogokin is actually chrome and shiny. So there it is as well. Again, screws. Screw here. Pretty nice. So that does for this part of the review, which is just mainly about the Dragon Ceasar or Dragonzord. Both are cool names. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment below. I'll gladly answer them as fast as I could. Thank you everyone. Stay tuned for part 2 and the last part of this review.